A lot of you probably remember this, the Compaq Presario 5000. For those of you that don't, well, it's here. Compaq Presario 5000. It's got a Pentium 3... It does have a Pentium 3 in it, even though the sticker's for a Celeron. I remember that much. I forget what speed it is. I haven't used it in a while. When last we visited this machine, I had said that it was going to be a Windows 2000 box. Well, I've changed my mind, because I've changed my mind on what the malware test box was going to be several times. First it was going to be the Comtrade Lightning PC, but then I decided that was too big and bulky for that job, so then I was going to say, hey, well, I've got this HP Pavilion over here that can do that job, and then I realized, well, it's a pain in the rear end to install Windows 98 on that, and one of the things that I'm going to be doing a lot of with this project is reinstalling the operating system. So that's a non-starter. So we come full circle back to this one. If you remember, my initial plan for this was for it to be a malware test box. And once again it will be, although the configuration has certainly changed a little bit. So we'll go ahead and flip this on its side and have a look. I don't remember how much memory is installed in it, but I could have a quick look-see at that. 128 it looks like that one is, and I think the other one would be 128 as well. So 256 megs of RAM total, which is more than enough for Windows 98. It's got a 6.4 gig hard drive in it, and although I'd like to use something a little smaller for this task, well, 6.4 gigs is small enough. So, we're going to go ahead, and in this video, we will be installing Windows 98. But first, I'm going to need to get a monitor and a mouse. Okay, we should be all hooked up. So we'll take our boot floppy and insert it into the floppy drive. Hopefully it is actually bootable. Fire the system up. Oh yeah, that is definitely the hard drive that I thought it was. Hopefully it will boot from the floppy. I think I already mentioned that though. Boot from CD-ROM. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I found my Windows 98 CD-ROM. I was looking for that. I couldn't find it, so I made a new one. Well, that was a waste, because I just found it. It was in the optical drive already. Well, that sucks. That's a waste of a disk. Well, now I have a backup, so I guess there's that. Boot from CD-ROM. So I didn't even need the floppy. That's okay. Start Windows 98 setup from CD-ROM. It's probably not going to work because there's stuff already on this hard drive. So you got two drives. We're using the CD-ROM, not the DVD drive, so you can see there. CDEX, enter to continue. Now before I do that, I'm going to auto adjust on this monitor. That didn't improve anything. Continue setup and replace your current operating system. Okay. That should be an NTFS partition. That's strange. Maybe it's not. I didn't think that would work. Really didn't. I still have a strong feeling that it's going to explode into a million pieces when it tries to do this. Continue. Of course, I'm also assuming that I didn't already reinstall Windows 98, which I probably did. Oh well, who cares? We'll do it again. Install the C Windows, which is probably going to complain like crazy. Hopefully you'll actually have a chance of reading this. Do you want setup to save your existing system files? No. We are in Canada. So we'll go all the way... Well, it doesn't matter. This is going to get overwritten several times anyway, so... we won't bother with that. Well, that sucks. Apparently, the battery for my camcorder, the infralithium battery, is no good anymore. So I'm going to have to... well, I'm going to have to get more infralithium batteries, because that is not any good at all, because I need that for the Sony Mavica. It works in the Mavica, but it doesn't seem to work in this camcorder. I don't know why that is. Okay, the file copy process has completed. I'm going to eject the floppy. You shouldn't need it. We'll reboot the machine. And it'll do so. Boot from hard disk. Getting ready to run Windows for the first time. Now, this is certainly not the first time I'm running it. I still find it very hard to believe that it's only 3:45 or thereabouts in the afternoon, and it's already this dark outside. Kinda sucks, actually. Another reboot. Fun times, folks. Lots and lots of reboots required to install Windows 98. Sometimes you almost forget just how many times the system reboots. I don't know, does Windows 7 reboot this many times? I think it's pretty close. So, just goes to show you how far we've really come in almost 2 decades of operating system development. Okay, and reboot once again. Now is when it's probably going to ask me for my product key. Goodness only knows where that is. Oh, it's over there, I think. Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. Cool. So if I do need it, I know where it is. But I don't think I'm going to need it. I think we'll be okay otherwise. Boot from hard drive. It's not going to find all the drivers. I already know this. I don't know why that flashed like that. Yeah, it is running the frame buffer driver. Okay. Plug and play monitor. Search for the best driver. Won't find it on the floppy, I'll guarantee you that much. Finish. Continue to update system settings. And then it's done. So, there's Windows 98. Once again. Not really much to go through. One of these days, I will definitely have to go through this screen here. I think that would be a cool thing to do on something. May even do it later tonight. I think it's 4:45 for some reason. Let's go ahead and change that. Although it might change it automatically for us when I reboot the machine again. No, I guess it's not going to automatically update my date and time settings. So I'll have to do that. That'll be the last thing that I do. What's this? Task scheduler. So, it is 350. And we'll put it up to 50. There we go. So, and everything is correct. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then, hopefully that goes in focus and stays in focus.